What screams, "I'm not doing so well mentally"? I can't motivate myself to do simple things around the house that I actually never mind doing when I'm feeling okay. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to answer the phone. I don't want to participate in any activities. I just want time to stand still. My business math teacher used to come to school looking like he got dressed under his desk. One morning I will never forget, he wore two different shoes, black dressed shoe and light brown shoe, which also were the wrong sides also. Left foot right shoe, left foot, half-tucked shirt, bed hair and like a liquid stain on the neck of his shirt. His excuse for looking like that? I got dressed in the dark this morning and I picked up the wrong shoes and accidentally grabbed a dirty shirt. As a teenager, I just thought, he's a messy person. But as I got older, I believe he went through a bad divorce and he didn't take it so well. I still think about him and wonder what really happened. Edit. These are personal insights and refer to changes from typical behavior. Sure, some people can be like this normally or for unrelated reasons, but that isn't the topic of the thread, so please use your brain a little before commenting. Rapid weight loss or gain or similar physical changes, e.g., messy appearance, poor hygiene, etc., are obvious. Less obvious are being late more often than usual, especially if in the morning. Indicates excessive sleeping, constantly tired, zoning out frequently. They don't add anything to conversations. Just listen and nod to whatever's being said. Talking less than usual. Difficult to make plans with. Often canceling and/or first to leave in group plans. Bloodshot eyes, puffy face, etc. All indicate they've been crying recently. For me, it's when my house becomes dirty and unorganized. My dishes start to pile up. My dirty laundry is left on the floor. Trash can is doing a balancing act. Normally, I'm on top of all these things daily and weekly, but sometimes I can tell that a depressive episode is just around the corner, based on the state of my home. Very few observable signs mentioned here, so I will list some. 1. Drastic weight gain or loss. If you see someone and think they're really letting themselves go, it's probably mental and not physical. 2. Drastic change in appearance. Did they shave their head? Did they stop shaving and their beard looks messy? Do they look stressed out? 3. Change in hygiene. Did they stop brushing their teeth? Do you notice lots of dandruff on someone who would normally be meticulous? 4. Higher hurdle for humor. Is it harder to make this person laugh? Does this person not joke around anymore? Generally speaking, a healthy person has their shti together. Good hygiene, well-dressed, works hard on their goals, is social with friends and family. A person can be suffering inside and that might not cross the threshold into depression, but that doesn't mean they're not suffering. And how they feel inside will express itself on the outside. And it usually comes across as suspiciously off, like something feels wrong but you don't know what it is. And that's because people often put on a public face to conceal their problems. I cry a lot at night and pick at my fingernails to the point where all my fingertips are bleeding. Oh, and I have a bunch of broken, cracked, missing teeth. Not visible ones yet, luckily. I did, however, recently like a week ago, pick up new glasses to replace the broken old ones I'd been wearing and hating for the last year. I'm trying to work my way out of this. A huge sign of loneliness is how thankful the person is about everything. Chronically lonely people lack love and have really bad self-esteem, so that if you say something nice to them, they actually feel cared for. But more importantly, they feel like somebody who has the ability to be cared for. So I am actually not doing well mentally. I keep my phone solely on Do Not Disturb. I have completely isolated myself from everyone in my life. I sleep a lot, but that's mostly due to my illness. Just taking a shower is a lot for me. Every night when I say my prayers, I ask God to, please, don't let me wake up tomorrow. I have been praying for that for quite a while, but as you can see, he's ignoring me. The good thing is, I am sober, so I'm not throwing a bunch of drugs and alcohol on top of this. I can't even imagine what that would look like. Probably a big mess. A complete inability to find joy in anything, considering the hassle of basic events, going to a concert for example, to eclipse any enjoyment of the event itself, selling off personal items and hobby-related goods because you simply cannot be bothered, being convinced, generally through experience, that very few people if anyone give a shit about you or even want to associate with you. Being incapable of getting over failures or mistakes, listening to that internal voice that tells you what a fuck-up you are, and how nothing is going to ultimately work out in your favor, even if this is objectively inaccurate. Excuses. This one can be a little iffy though. I'm not talking about the people who make excuses so they can shove the work off into someone else and go back to what they were doing. I'm talking about the people who you can tell want to do something, but keep making excuses to not. They want to go to that movie with you, but they got bad sleep and are very tired for the 20th time that month. They want to clean the kitchen, but standing long enough to do that actually is too hard for them to manage. This one is so huge, so overlooked, and gets such a damaging set of responses that can make things so much worse if the recipient decides to be mad about it. I've been thrown away by people I really cared about because I didn't have the ability to leave the house at the last minute, or something came up that was a consequence of my not doing well at the time. I understand the frustration, but the reaction was painful. An unhealthy obsession with childlike things. I'll admit I enjoy having my collection of action figures in my home office on the shelf, but I dated a girl once who I genuinely think had some serious demons. Was obsessed with little girl things despite being an adult. Barbie dolls, preschool TV shows, coloring books, plushies, etc. Could not handle working a real job or school. Cut things off, and looking back, I'm starting to realize what some of those warning signs are, especially after watching that episode of Morel Orel. I understand this. She was probably trying to go back to a time when she was happy. That's what it is for me anyway. I've been watching some shows I used to watch during my childhood. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the stories, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more awesome content. We've got plenty of great stories waiting for you, so be sure to check out other videos on our channel. See you next time.